Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey and I finally did it. I finally tracked down a Chevy Trax. This is the top trim Activ. In this video, not only am I going to take you on a quick tour, but I'm going to take it for a drive. Stay tuned. All right, Gearheads, I am at the Midwest Automotive Media's Spring 2023 rally. It is the Mama Spring Rally, and Chevrolet has brought one of these. I have long wanted to actually get behind the wheel of one of these. This is the long-awaited, to me, updated, blown-up Chevy Trax. And while I've got the hood propped up with a prop rod, I will go ahead and tell you what lies under the hood, what powers this beast. So, outgoing models that were discontinued in 2022, they had optional all-wheel drive and a 4-cylinder powertrain. This has a 1.2 liter Turbo 3, making 137 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque. Like I said, it is front drive only, and it routes that power through a 6-speed automatic. Fuel economy on this vehicle is 28 city, 32 highway, 30 combined. So, very efficient numbers, and we'll get into driving dynamics here very shortly, but very interested to see how this translates out on the road because it's very comparable to my daily and my 10-year-old Chevy Cruze Eco. Dropping the hood, we can take in the styling of this thing. It is truly a grown-up, blown-up version of what it replaced, skipping a model year in between. This is a very handsome crossover, and starting at just over $22,000, this Activ trim, which is one of their co-top trims with the 2RS, this one tops out just over $26,000 as this one sits. So that is very impressive, and we'll get into everything that comes with that as we get inside. But you can see we've got LED lights, LED running lights, incandescent turn signal, but that's forgivable at a max price of $26,000. Coming down here to the wheels and tires, since we are driving an Activ model, we get Goodyear Assurance rubber. These are 225/55 R18s wrapped around these black painted Chevy wheels. And I typically don't like black on press vehicles because they make a mirror out of the car. And yes, you can see my reflection in the doors right now, but it is a very handsome vehicle. I've been checking this out at multiple different car shows, and I really like the clean look of it. I've done the measurement comparisons to both its current competition in the Honda HR-V video up on the channel of that one already, and my current Chevy Cruze, and this really is the grown-up modern version of what a Chevy Cruze would be, because this was envisioned to be the Chevy Cruze replacement from the get-go. Since you couldn't get an all-wheel drive Chevy Cruze, well, you can't get an all-wheel drive Trax. They've kept the price down and kept it affordable. I really like this from all angles. It's a really handsome vehicle. It gives a sporty, athletic appearance, and in this Activ trim, we get black bow ties on the front and rear to go with those black wheels. Manually opening rear hatch, but we get plenty of room back here. And you can see we do have a 60/40 split bench back seat with top tethers all the way across. I will go ahead and caveat, if you're coming to this video from the HR-V, the HR-V does have top tethers all the way across. They just aren't on the seat backs. So just something to note there. This does have a very good cargo area of 25.6 cubic feet as you see it right now, which is on par with the likes of a Chevy Tahoe with the rear seat up. Fold those back seats down and it's 54.1 cubic feet. Underneath here, we do have our spare tire. It is a temporary spare. Don't plan on going anywhere long term on that. And we do get a hard parcel shelf back here in the back. But I've done tours of these already. I've shown you around. We'll talk more about the interior when we actually get in there because, again, I've already been in one of these before. I will, I guess, go ahead and show you what it's like sitting behind myself since I can't do that while driving. At 5'10", this is me behind myself, and I've got plenty of room back here. So very impressive how much space they were able to get in this vehicle. It has grown like 3 inches over the model that it replaced. Very roomy in here, very comfortable. Plenty good headroom as well. But yeah, let's get up in that front seat. Let's drive this and see what it's all about. Getting in the Chevy Trax. This is the active trim, so we get all this yellow accenting up front. It's a little bit in your face. There are options when it comes to interior color choices. I don't know that this yellow would be my first choice. It's even accented here on the seats, and we've got active stitched in the headrest. I do want to call attention to the Chevy key. It's a typical Chevy key, but let's put this thing in drive and talk about the rest while we are on the road. So this being one of the 2 co-top trims, we get the largest infotainment offered and the largest digital screen offered behind the gauge cluster. Lower trims, entry-level trims get actual analog gauges. So if you don't like all the digital look, save you a mere few thousand, because 22 to 26 is the price range of this entire vehicle. Like, you've got 4,000 to play with in options here, and you get a lot for your money across the board. So again, this being the top maxed out 26,000 and some change active trim, I get a power driver seat. The other co-top trim, the 2RS, gives up the power driver seat for some more sporty look and feel. I don't know about that trade-off there. I like the look of the 2RS better, but I like the options of this active better. Speaking of these seats, I do get heated front seats up here, so that is a nice touch. We get automatic air conditioning up front. That is a nice touch. Single zone, but that's all right. We get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on a very nice Google-designed infotainment system. You can see it fills up that screen very nicely. And the digital screen here, very similar to some other Chevy products that have been rolling out, namely the Chevy Colorado. Lots of good part sharing going on in this vehicle. Really like what Chevy's doing. I like the direction they're going with some of their vehicles, especially this one, offering tons of value for not that much money. And just everything you're able to get into this one is very impressive and makes me very happy that it is offered. But now, let's see. Yeah, that's a coarse little 3-cylinder. It's making some noise. It's chugging up there, but it's more than peppy enough. Again, I daily a car with similar power numbers from a larger 4-cylinder with a 6-speed manual transmission, so it is comparable in performance to my daily driver. But the real thing I was interested in with this vehicle is its steering and its driving, and yes, a little bit of its acceleration. So far, it has not let me down. This is a confidence-inspiring vehicle. It is going to be more than a compliance or a commuter vehicle. In that video with the Honda HR-V, that was my chief complaint against Honda's rival of this. For $30,000, you got actual leather seats, you got all-wheel drive, but they water it all down with a CVT, and this 6-speed automatic is much better than that CVT. So it's spunky, it's fun, it's not a race vehicle. You're not going to be taking it to the track. I will not be driving it on Road America's track. That is not what this vehicle is for, but it'll hold its own in traffic doing the commute, and it will leave you happy and not regretting spending that minuscule $26,000 in today's market on a vehicle like this. On this choppy pavement of Wisconsin, you can feel the bumps in the road. You can feel it's a more affordable car, and the ride definitely feels less posh than the last vehicle I took down this road in the $150,000 Lucid Air Grand Touring. But yeah, this is a solid entry into the affordable crossover segment 100% for sure. I could see my family owning this. There's plenty of room in here. It's not going to break the bank. The fuel economy is good. The option choices are good. We've got USB-A, USB-C ports all the way around in this. I am very impressed with what Chevy was able to offer and the price in which they were able to get it to consumers. So huge kudos to Chevy for this vehicle. I'm very much interested in spending some more time with this platform, and that kind of brings me to the fact that going to events like this, driving vehicles like this at events, I really liken it to speed dating. This really is a quick first date of this vehicle. I'm not getting to learn everything that's kind of quirky or odd about it. I just get a few minutes to experience it for the first time, and I hope very much that Chevrolet sends another one my way for a week's worth of testing, because this is a good, solid vehicle. Heated steering wheel, even follow distance indicator, stuff like that. This is the amount of stuff Chevy was able to put in a $26,000 car is beyond me. So yes, if you want to see more from me from this event, everything that we do and we have driven, find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can go read more about these vehicles at gtgaragetalk.com, where I can get a little more detail than what I can remember off the top of my head while driving in a place I've never been before. Yes, those may sound like excuses, but it's a legitimate problem. Please hit subscribe, like, comment, follow, ring the bell, all those things to let the algorithms know to show you more content from us, because we've got more stuff coming, not only from this event, but many others. Very excited to finally get some time behind the wheel of the Chevy Trax. But until next time, gearheads.